Okay, this is my first time trying to do an on-camera tutorial while also screen recording, so we'll see how this goes. But day one of having FL Studio, I want you to go to your main volume, your master volume, go to Fruity Limiter, and go to max loudness, and just leave that on basically all the time. That is just a beginner, totally idiot-proof understanding of how to use a limiter. Everything you produce will now be louder and clearer and stop sounding thin and weak. Point two, this is gain staging, and this is tough to explain. Other people explain it way, way better, but since my theme here is stuff to know on day one, in your instrument panel, as I think of it here, where everything is assigned to a spot on the mixer, turn your volume down. Right? This controls the audio volume.
Where's Splinter?
This.
Ah, the rat! Huh? So it has a name.
But you don't want to just crank this, because you will get more distortion. You'll push it up into the red easier, and you want your limiters to be doing the work of boosting that signal, not the straight up volume. So having this at 50%, so that it's a little better there, will get you a louder, clearer sound so that your limiter is, think of it as boosting the signal from below rather than just cranking the volume. And to try and make an example of this, let's look at hardcore, because you can see an input and an output here.
Where's Splinter?
You can see an input volume here that I can crank, causes the output volume to also redline.
It had a name.
Or I can turn it down and I can turn up the output, and I could red light there if I wanted to. But I can get the loudest, clearest signal by having a good mix of both, right around 50%. So it's doing great there.
Weapons.
It's going to be loud and clear because of the limiter and stuff, but it's never going to distort. And another thing that I always do is I always parallel process. So 12 is now feeding to 13 as well. See?
Ah, the rat.
This allows me to do things like put reverb on.
It had a name.
You lie!
And just control. So there's a dry signal, there's the reverb, and I can then do a thing like put a noise gate on just the reverb. So that the dry signal is still there, the reverb itself is noise gated.
The three of you might have overpowered me with the loss of but one.
So parallel processing gives you a lot more options to play with. I can have just delay on a second channel while still having a clean thing here. This is great for bass, where I will always have my bass instrument here. Let's see if I can fuck with this on the fly. It's always on one clean channel and one distorted channel, so that I can get the benefit of the distortion and still have a relatively clean signal that isn't just kind of washed away by that distortion. Okay, this is going to hit 5 minutes long, and I didn't want it to be too long. There is your day one of having FL Studio.
from me. Vander.